London, night. A dense fog rolled in, blanketing the city. Cobblestone streets, slick with moisture, gleamed under flickering gaslights. Shadows danced, twisting familiar shapes into menacing phantoms. This was Lisa's path home. Lisa hugged her shawl tight, her heart pounding a frantic rhythm against her ribs. Each step echoed in the silence, amplified by the fog. A shiver, colder than the damp air, ran down her spine. Was she being followed? A muffled cough from behind. Lisa whirled around, her breath catching in her throat. No one, just the fog, swirling and shifting. But she couldn't shake the feeling of eyes on her back, watching, waiting. Then she saw him, a tall figure, shrouded in fog, at the edge of the gaslight. He stood motionless, a silhouette against the swirling grey. Lisa's breath hitched. He seemed to melt back into the fog, disappearing before her eyes. Section 5. Quickening pace. Fear, sharp and cold, gripped Lisa's heart. She quickened her pace, her footsteps echoing on the damp pavement. The silence returned, broken only by the pounding of her own blood in her ears. Section 6. Faceless terror. A hand on her shoulder. Lisa screamed, a primal sound lost in the fog. She spun around, her eyes wide with terror. The man, if it was a man, was inches from her face. His features were lost in the shadows, swallowed by the fog. Section 7. Gasping for breath. He spoke, his voice a low growl. "Lost, my dear." Lisa stumbled back, her mind reeling. She couldn't breathe, couldn't scream. The fog pressed in around them, a suffocating blanket of white. Section 8, a moment of stillness. Then, as quickly as he appeared, he was gone, vanished into the fog. Lisa stood, frozen, her chest heaving. Was it real or a figment of her fear-addled mind? Section 9, lost in the fog. Lisa ran, stumbling blindly through the fog, her lungs burning, her legs heavy. She didn't stop until she reached the familiar warmth of her doorstep, safe. Section 10. Unanswered questions. Inside, wrapped in the comforting silence of her room, Lisa struggled to make sense of the night. Had it been real, or a nightmare born of the fog and whispers of Jack the Ripper? The fog remained, a silent, watchful presence outside her window.